Hey guys, so here we are, ready to comment on a lap around Barcelona during testing. I'm gonna play it and then I'm gonna give you an insight to what it's like to drive a Formula One car, what it's like to feel a Formula One car, and try to give you a bit of an insight to those feelings and those things that go through your head. So if we start the lap, so I presume this is a lap on a race run or a race simulation. By the speeds that I'm going, I'm not using the DRS. I'm going to approach turn one, and the only thing I'm thinking about is the braking point and the way I want to make sure I decelerate the car without locking any tires. Turn one is always tricky with that. I do a bit of fuel saving before, and now through turn 1, 2, 3, I'm trying to fill the front tires as much as I can, try to never oversleep the front tire, because that can snowball quite a lot during that long run. Now I go into turn 4. Into turn 4, I make sure that I continue what I'm doing through turn 3. It's a very similar corner, but at a lower speed, so very important to feel everything that's going on. You feel the G-force of the car, you feel the front tire want to oversleep, a bit of instability. And now turn 5, very easy to lock the front left, but we keep it nice and smooth through there. Good exit out of there. Now into turn 7, one of my favorite corners of the track. Try to get an early turning into it that is very easy to miss the apex. And now through turn 9, the fastest corner on the track and probably one of the most demanding corners on the calendar, also on the neck. The full G-force of the car is pulling you to the left. It's very difficult to keep under control the neck and to try and keep your point of view straight. And now I go into turn 10, always very important to make sure you don't lock any tires, like always, a bit of fuel saving as I lift the throttle before braking, and get a very clean exit out of turn 10, because if you will spin the tires out of turn 10, that can snowball in the third sector pretty badly. Turn 12, trying to keep it very tight there as the car was constantly understeering a bit during the whole testing, and now into the last sector, the last chicane. Just make sure I run the curbs nicely. The car gets very upset, a lot more than what you see on camera. The car gets a big bounce out of it, and it's difficult to keep your point of view. Is something we're trying to work in McLaren to try and improve the curb riding. And now in the main straight, I had to pause it a couple of times to make all my comments, but I hope you understand what is going through the mind of a Formula One driver in the middle of a race run. It's not easy, because it's a very particular way of driving, a very particular way of thinking, always clear targets in your head, trying to consider the fuel saving, the tire management, communications on radio, etc., but it's good fun.